G'day, I'm Dave. This is a bit of a blurb about me $150 farm hack monster Brumby. I bought it off a mate's old man about 12 months before COVID hit. Maybe it was 2 years. For 150 bucks. It was his daily driver for about 10 years, and he went and bought another Brumby after blowing the engine up. I then dragged the Brumby home, where it sat down the paddock for another 18 months, maybe 2 years, before I finally got around to thinking about doing something about it. Pulled the engine out, tried to unseize the engine. There was another second engine which came with the vehicle. Pulled it apart, and it was a bit of a goer, so I slapped on new head gaskets. Sort of ran. Then another mate decided that he'd have a crack at and fully recondition the engine. In went brand new $200 genuine Subaru rings, which are probably extremely rare these days. Engine reco cost me a carton. Slapped the engine back in. Still, it's got the original carby on it, which needs a rebuild. Haven't done that yet, but it does run. Pulls in second gear up out of somewhat uphill driveway. As you can see, I've got just spare CVs just chucked in there. They were free. You don't need high range at all. As such, I haven't even bothered to connect the low range, the 4-drive lever. She's just stuck in low range permanently. You only need first and second gear. I whipped up a really rough, very rough 6-inch lift, just out of 40mm, 3mm thick SHS. As you can see, I welded the diff up when the vehicle was on a bit of an angle, so the diff's at a wrong angle. The shocks are long range Pro Comp, old shocks from the rear of me 8-inch lifted Patrol. They just go straight through to the top of the wheel arches. As you can see there, the 6-inch lift really refers to the engine drop and the gearbox drop. Up front though, on top of the McPherson struts, there's close to 7 inches of blocks. Don't look too hard because it's rough as rough. I took absolutely no care in it whatsoever. This 92 Brumby had aircon, and I sold it to an acquaintance who might be watching this now. That got most of my money back from what I've spent on it over the couple of years. The 35-inch Boggers I've had sitting in the shed for years. Bought them way back in year 2000 for when I used to do a bit of competition work at the New South Wales Association four-wheel drive jamborees. They're 16-inch wide, sitting on 12-inch wide rims. And I just drilled them out just to suit the Subi stud pattern. Our local servo was about 6 k's down the road, and I'd dearly love to, one of these nights, go for a run down there and just see how it handles on the main road. The crane was made up just for giggles, really. I actually want to mount it up in my daily Brumby and drive it down the street in a local town just for giggles one day. I picked the fuel tank up for 50 bucks. The idea was to have the Brumby run out to the tractor when we out plowing the paddock, and we're filling the tractor up. Bought the little dozer. Why did I build it? Let's go back years ago on the old Yahoo Group's mailing list. There was a fellow by the name of Scott, someone over in America. He had his Brumby first on 33s and he built it up to run on 35s. And that's probably where my initial inspiration came from. Then another fellow by the same name, Scott, over in Western Australia somewhere, he's got a Brumby sitting on 38s with a 308, I believe, sitting in the back bed. It's primarily set up as a mud runner. It's sitting on like the likes of a Suzuki or a Hilux chassis. And seeing these other fellas built Brumby sitting on 35s, whatever, you know, I just knew that I just had to do it one of these days. I finished building it probably 12, 18 months ago. finished as in I just couldn't be bothered doing any more to it. Things to really finish off, put the stereo back into it. Probably give it another 20mm lift at least, because she still scrubs out when you bit of articulation. And I do have a spare EJ engine up in the shed and gearbox, and one of these days, if I was to ever get motivation, I might chuck that into it. The muffler's cut off at the gearbox. Here we are, just cruising along in first gear quite happily, straight in the second, and she pulls away.